What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, like y'all, please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rumble Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crowned up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, Rage and Rebels, we got to talk some wrestling, man. We got some news concerning Braun Strowman, a.k.a. Adam the Titan Scherr, expected to make his Impact Wrestling debut at Bound for Glory. Now, let's speak on it. Now, we got an article here. We're going to read and we're going to react because that's just how we do over here, all right? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Who's ready for story time with Rage King, baby? Now, let's get into it. A former WWE Universal Champion appears to be headed to Impact Wrestling. PWI Insider reported on Friday that Adam Scherr, formerly known as Braun Strowman in WWE, is expected to make his Impact Wrestling debut this weekend, Bound for Glory. The report states that Scherr was spotted flying to Las Vegas from Chicago this morning and will likely debut at Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory pay-per-view this Saturday night. Bound for Glory is being held at Sam's Town Live in Las Vegas on Saturday. The show will begin at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Impact Wrestling also has television tapings taking place at Sam's Town Live on Sunday and Monday. Scherr was released by WWE during a round of roster cuts this June. His final match for WWE was at May's WrestleMania Backlash. I think one of the dumbest fucking names you could have ever gave a pay-per-view. At May's WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view, where Bobby Lashley defeated Scherr and Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. The only match Scherr has had since being released by WWE was against EC3 at EC3's Free the Narrative 2, The Monster in Us All show, which premiered earlier this month. PWI Insider had reported last weekend that Scherr was spotted meeting with Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore at a hotel bar in Michigan during the Motor City Comic-Con. The Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, and I did a video on that too, go check it out, who were released by WWE in April, will also make their Impact Wrestling debut as they challenge for Decay's Knockouts Tag Team titles at Bound for Glory. And that's the end of the article. Man, so a lot to take in right there, a lot to take in. I also did a video not too long ago about how I thought Braun Strowman and one Bray Wyatt, but we're just going to stick on Braun Strowman, a.k.a. Adam Scherr here. I made a video not too long saying that, yeah, he could easily make his way over to AEW, but I don't think AEW necessarily has a spot for him right now. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at the way they're handling Brian Cage right now, who should be one of the top baby faces in my opinion, and the fact that he's not even getting that much TV time is kind of astonishing to me. But seeing a guy like Braun Strowman, nothing against him personally, and I'm not using this as a personal attack or anything like that, not saying that he's not good enough to be in AEW, but right now there's just not a place for him to be right now. There's just no place for him to be right now in AEW and get some and not be looked at as an afterthought here very soon. Now, when you go to Impact Wrestling, he can easily be one of the top people there right off the rip. He has a chance to continue to develop his character the way it should have been developed in WWE, because after the Get These Hands gimmick, I don't know what the hell they were trying with his look. I don't know what the hell they were trying with his gimmick and his catchphrases, but it just wasn't it. And I'm going to blame WWE for that, because what he had before was working. There was no need to turn Braun Strowman heel after you had already made him one of the top faces in the company. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess that's why I'm not a booker of wrestling shows yet. But anyway, man, seeing him debut at Impact, especially at Bound for Glory, the biggest pay-per-view of the year, I think it's just good timing. I think it's good timing. I think that'll be a great place for him to go over there and whoop a lot of ass, take a lot of names, and continue to dominate and be the star that he is amongst that roster. That roster is hungry for star power. Not to say that they don't have any star power there. Of course, they got Christian Cage over there. You got the occasional AEW wrestler that'll go over there and wrestle a match or two or whatnot. But to have a guy like Adam Scherr on your roster, that just solidifies your roster as being primetime. Now, when you're going to get a guy like Braun Strowman, Impact Wrestling, I will warn you, do not waste this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Do not waste this guy. He's in his prime right now. Well, I ain't gonna say he's in his prime. His best days are clearly behind him as far as, as fast as he's running, being as physical as he is. Of course, he's going to be a powerhouse always, but to see him move around the ring as well as he once did, I don't see that happening. I believe that his best days are behind him, yeah, but he still has a lot in the tank and a lot to give and a lot of top guy material to give a company like Impact Wrestling and eventually AEW. I'm not saying he should never go to AEW. I just think right now at this particular point in time, Impact Wrestling is perfect for a guy like him where he can have the freedom to be who he wants to be, continue to find his voice, continue to get better at what he does, even though he's pretty damn good at what he does. You don't main event a WrestleMania and win on a legend, win a championship off a legend if you aren't some kind of good. But I just think this gives him a chance to perfect his craft, perfect his character, and continue to give him more and more experience going forward. So if he does decide he wants to go to AEW, he's got all the leverage and he's got all the means he needs to go over there. And then on top of that, we all know that Impact Wrestling and AEW are brother and sister companies. So who's to say that we won't see him in AEW eventually anyway, as a part of the Impact Wrestling roster? Because this right here is what Adam Scherr needed and what Impact Wrestling needed, in my opinion. Impact Wrestling needed a top star, and Braun Strowman needed a place where he could go be the top star. And I think it fits like a glove. You understand what I'm saying? I just think it's a great fit for both parties, and I just wish the best for both, man. And I just want to give a shout out also to AEW for helping bring back to help bust down the forbidden door, help open the forbidden door in wrestling that's been closed for so long. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about Braun Strowman, aka Adam Scherr, possibly debuting at Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. Man, do y'all think it's a good fit? Do you think he should go to AEW instead? Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think, Raging Rebels. As long as y'all remain respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I will see y'all later.